Welcome back to my channel, students. In the last video, I completed up to the comparison of gymnosperms and angiosperms. So this video here, this session, I'll be discussing about the last topic in this chapter, that is life cycles and alternation of generation. So any sexually reproducing organism in plants or animals, any sexually reproducing organism, we find there are two stages present. One is called as a sporophytic stage, that is diploid stage, and gametophytic stage, that is haploid stage. And this sporophyte and gametophyte, they alternate with each other, and that is called as alternation of life cycles. So the sporophyte is diploid. Sporophyte can be converted into gametophyte by meiosis. Similarly, the reverse, gametophyte can be converted into sporophyte by fertilization. So these two processes are opposite to each other. So they are called as antithetical process. Antithetical means exactly they are opposite. So in any sexually reproducing organisms, these two processes must be present, that is meiosis and fertilization, or syngamy. It is also called syngamy. Meiosis or syngamy must be present. So now what is this alternation of generation? Alternation of generation, we find, as I told you, there is alternation of diploid and haploid phases, that is sporophytic and gametophytic phase. So based on that, we can discuss here about three types of life cycles. So first type is called as haplontic life cycle. Haplontic life cycle. So in haplontic life cycle, like for example, we find haplontic life cycle in case of algae and also in fungi. We find haplontic life cycle in algae as well as in fungi. So here plant body is a gametophyte. It is dominant phase. This gametophyte will produce gametes. Gametes are produced by the process of gametogenesis. And this takes place by mitotic division. So gametophyte undergoes mitotic divisions to produce gametes. These gametes on fusion, that is syngamy, they produce zygote. Then zygote is the only diploid stage in the life cycle of these organisms. And this zygote will undergo meiosis to produce haploid spores. So here, since the zygote is undergoing meiosis, this type of meiosis is called as zygotic meiosis. Zygotic meiosis. So zygote is a meiocyte here. You know, any cell undergoing meiosis is called as a meiocyte. So zygote is a meiocyte here, and these haploid spores on germination, they produce haploid gametophyte. So here there is a dominant haploid stage. That's how we represent in the life cycle also. Dominant haploid stage alternating with only single cell diploid stage, that is called as a zygote. This is called haplontic life cycle. Now, the second type of life cycle is called as diplontic life cycle. Diplontic, which is opposite of haplontic. So here diploid stage, that is sporophytic stage, is the dominant stage. Diploid or the sporophytic stage is the dominant stage. And that alternates with the gametophyte. So first sporophyte, by meiosis it produces haploid spores. And these haploid spores on germination will give rise to gametophyte. And this gametophyte again will produce gametes. Gametes on fusion, that is by syngamy, they produce zygote. Zygote will undergo mitotic division to form, first embryo will be formed from zygote and then sporophyte is formed. So this type of life cycle is called diplontic life cycle, which is normally found in gymnosperms and angiosperms. And rarely it is also found in brown alga, that is fucus. In fucus it is diplontic. Normally in algae we find haplontic life cycle, but in fucus we find diplontic life cycle. So these are the two major types of life cycle. Similarly, there is a third type also, which is called as haplodiplontic life cycle. We call it as haplodiplontic life cycle. Haplodiplontic life cycle. So haplodiplontic life cycle we find in case of examples in bryophytes as well as in pteridophytes. We find haplodiplontic in bryophytes and in pteridophytes. In bryophytes, if we observe, here I have shown in the bryophyte, we find gametophyte is the dominant phase. So gametophyte will always produce gametes, and these gametes will fuse, that is syngamy will occur, the gametes will fuse and then zygote is formed. This zygote will produce sporophyte. We know bryophytes are first embryophytes. So zygote will undergo mitotic division and then it produces sporophyte. Now where is meiosis occurring here? Meiosis occurs in the sporophyte. So this type of meiosis which occurs in the sporophyte, it is called as a sporic meiosis. So here we call it as sporic meiosis. Sporic meiosis we also find in case of diplontic life cycles, that is in angiosperms and gymnosperms. So wherever spore mother cells, they undergo meiosis, that is spore mother cells are meiocytes, then we call it as a sporic meiosis. Now the sporophyte, after producing haploid spores, spores will germinate and give rise to gametophyte. So this is called as a haplodiplontic because here haploid and diploid stages are equally dominant, equally developed. We find here in bryophyte, sporophyte also is multicellular structure. It is well developed. Sporophyte shows foot seta and capsule. So it is a well developed, it is multicellular. Whereas sporophyte in case of haplontic life cycle, we find it is represented only by single cell, that is zygote. Now, next if we take in pteridophyte also we call it as haplodiplontic life cycle. That is here sporophyte is the dominant stage. Unlike in bryophytes, here sporophyte is dominant stage. So this sporophyte will undergo meiosis to form haploid spores. And these haploid spores, on germination, they give rise to gametophyte. Again, gametophyte will produce gametes, and these gametes, after fusion, that is syngamy, they form zygote. Zygote will undergo mitosis and then produce embryo. Embryo will develop into sporophyte. So, any of these life cycles, we find syngamy and meiosis must take place. Syngamy and meiosis must take place. And here also in pteridophytes also we find it is haplodiplontic because haploid and diploid stages are equally well developed. We know in pteridophytes, sporophyte is well developed. It is tracheophytic also. It has vascular tissue system. And gametophyte is a prothallus. It shows a thallus-like structure and it is non-vascular in nature. This all I have covered in my discussion on pteridophytes and bryophytes comparison, and also I discussed separately about general characters of pteridophytes. You should just go through my previous videos. Now next one. So this is what is the life cycle and alternation of generation. So briefly, lastly what I want to discuss is what is alternation of generation, and there are two main types. Two types of alternation of generations. So alternation of generations, we mean there is a regular exchange or alternation or regular exchange of sporophytic phase and gametophytic phase. And there are, based on this, there are two types of alternation of generation. One is called as isomorphic alternation of generation. Isomorphic is called as a isomorphic alternation of generation. Isomorphic means when sporophyte and gametophyte are similar morphologically. So what is isomorphic? Sporophyte and gametophyte. Sporophyte and gametophyte are morphologically similar. They are morphologically similar. Then we call it as isomorphic. Iso means similar, morphic related to morphology. So they are morphologically similar. This is not very common. It is found in some algae, like for example Dictyota. Algae like in Dictyota we find isomorphic alternation of generation. Otherwise, generally we find only the second type is most common type, which is called as heteromorphic alternation of generation. Second one is most common, which is called as heteromorphic alternation of generation. Hetero means different. So sporophyte and gametophyte, when they are morphologically different, here they are morphologically same. So here sporophyte and gametophyte. These two are morphologically these are different. Morphologically different. So we call it as a heteromorphic alternation of generation, like what all the life cycles we have done. Whether it is an algae, other algae, whether it is a say higher plants like angiosperms, gymnosperms, or whether it is a bryophyte, pteridophyte, we find in all cases sporophyte and gametophyte are morphologically different. Like for example, if we take bryophyte, gametophyte is a leafy structure. Like in mosses we find it is differentiated into rhizoids, colloids and phylloids. Whereas sporophyte in bryophyte is differentiated as foot seta and capsule. So both are morphologically different. If the two structures are morphologically different, then we call it as heteromorphic alternation of generations. Now lastly we will do here, there are some exceptions to this, some few examples, like there are exceptions to this one. Like normally algae shows normally haplontic life cycle. But some algae, like for example Ectocarpus and Laminaria, Ectocarpus laminaria, these two they belong to the brown algae, Ectocarpus and Laminaria, and Polysiphonia. These three algae, Ectocarpus, Laminaria and Polysiphonia. Polysiphonia belong to red algae. These two are brown and this is a red alga. So these show haplodiplontic life cycle. They show haplodiplontic life cycle. Otherwise, normally algae shows haplontic. So these are the exceptions showing haplodiplontic. Another exception is that of the fucus. Another exception is fucus showing diplontic life cycle. Fucus showing diplontic life cycle. So these are some of the exceptions. There is another exception of an alga called Batrachospermum. Batrachospermum. This is a red alga. Batrachospermum is a red alga. It is an exception of Batrachospermum is an exception of red alga having its habitat is for Batrachospermum. It is freshwater alga. Freshwater. Normally red algae are all marine. So Batrachospermum, it is also called as commonly called as frog spawn larva, because it looks like that of a frog spawn. Spawn means all the group of eggs laid together by a frog. That is called as a frog spawn. So it resembles that way, its structure. So it is also called frog spawn alga, and it is a red alga and it is a freshwater. And here it shows another type of life cycle called as a diplobiontic life cycle. Batrachospermum shows diplobiontic life cycle. So what is this diplobiontic is? There are two diploid phases. There are two diploid phases alternating with one haploid phase. That is one gametophytic phase. Two are diploid sporophytic phases and one haploid gametophytic phase. The two diploid sporophytic phases are given a different name, separate name. These are called as carposporophyte. It is called as a carposporophyte, and another diploid phase is called as a tetrasporophyte. white. So I repeat again. So what is the important features of Batrachospermum you have to know? First thing is, it is a red alga. It is commonly called as frog spawn alga. It is a freshwater alga and its life cycle is diplobiontic life cycle. That is 2 diploid phases and 1 haploid phase. And 2 diploid phases are named as, one is carposporophyte and another one is tetrasporophyte. Haploid phase, you know, it is a gametophyte. So these are some of the exceptions in the life cycles of different alga. So here children, here students, I conclude my session here. So I completed the topic here. So next session, next video, I will be discussing a quick discussion, discussion about all the multiple choice question MCQs which we can expect from this chapter. So my next video, I have discussed some of the MCQs. So follow my video regularly, students. And if you have any doubts, any clarifications, definitely you can give it in the comment box. And I'll refer to it every day and I try to do the maximum help to you. Thank you very much, children. Have a good day.